Welcome to Wednesday's interval / Murph prep workout. Today you guys have every 2 minutes for 20 minutes, so 10 total sets of a 2-meter run, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats. So within that 2-minute time frame, you're going to complete all that volume. Ideally, we're looking for you guys to fall somewhere about that minute and a half time frame, give or take a little bit. So kind of breaking down each movement, we're looking for you guys to complete that 2-meter run in somewhere in a sub 1 minute time frame for sure. Somewhere around that 50-second mark ideally. So if needed, make sure you guys pull back on the volume as needed. It could be 150, could be 100, whatever it may be that you can fall within that time frame. From there, you'll come inside, or if you're outside, you'll do 10 push-ups. Ideally, those should be done unbroken across the board. You really don't have any time to spare to be breaking those up. So if you feel like, okay, I can't maintain 10 sets of unbroken 10 push-ups, definitely reduce that volume down as needed. So it could be doing 6 push-ups instead of 10, or elevate my hands up on a surface like a bench or a box or a chair to be able to complete the volume as needed, unbroken. And then from there you have 15 air squats. And once again, guys, if you feel like you can't roll through air squats, make sure you reduce down that volume as well to fit within that minute and a half time frame. So if I do my first round and I'm over that minute and a half time frame, let's say I'm at like a minute 45, more than likely, I'm probably not going to be able to sustain that over the 10 rounds, so definitely reduce that volume back going into that second round. Your overall score here today will be the total amount of volume of time it completes you to do all 10 sets. So, it could be a minute and a half, minute 32, minute 28, so on and so forth. And you'll have 10 separate times to put into your score, and that will produce an overall volume score for here today. Warm-up and activation today, you guys start with a 5-minute easy amber, just kind of moving through nice and slow. You'll go through 10 goblet squats, so you'll grab your dumbbell or kettlebell. From there, hip travel back and down to that top position. You'll complete 10 reps, nothing crazy. Then you got 10 reverse V-ups, so we'll be in that push-up position. Hop the feet in, hop the feet out, hop the feet in, so on and so forth for 10 reps there. And you're going to finish off with 10 push presses. This can be done with a pair or a single arm dumbbell push press, doesn't matter to me. It's your call, but we'll be in this front rack position, just kind of dip the knees forward, driving overhead, and returning back down. If all you guys have is kind of a heavier weight, just reduce that volume down. It could be like 5 or something like that. That's perfectly fine. We're not looking to kind of blow it out during the warm-up. Once you complete the warm-up section, the activation section, you guys are going to do 8 and 8 single leg RDLs. So the way this is going to look here is whatever hand is holding the dumbbell, that same leg is going to go backwards. So from here, I'm going to think about same leg's going to go back, making contact, and back to the top. So we're just working that front hamstring as I go down. So that left leg's going to be doing the work, and then same thing, vice versa. So don't round them back out too much, guys. Try to stay back in the heels and try to keep that shin pretty vertical. Don't squat the weight down like this. Try them out hinging the weight back. You'll do 8 per side. If you need to use like a rig or a wall or something like that to keep you balanced, that's perfectly fine. And you'll move into 5 and 5 Arnold presses. So on the Arnold press, I'll kind of get catty corner here, is the palm's going to face towards you here, guys. And as I think about pressing, I'm going to rotate my palm forward. And as I come back down, I'm going to rotate the palm back towards me as well. So I'm going from that supinated to that pronated position for 5 reps per side. And that'll wrap up the activation and the warm-up. Workout mobility, you guys have a little hurdler stretch. So the way this will look here is we're going to sit down on the ground. We're going to bring one leg behind us and just fall back. The further you can go back, the better. You'll do 60 seconds per side. From there, you're going to go into doorway stretch, or you could do cactus stretch. Either way is fine. Just kind of work on the pecs a little bit. So on the doorway stretch, I can ideally use like some of a door frame, but I'll have my arm about 90 degrees, if you can see that there. And then from there, I'll start to kind of push through and turn away, and I'll feel a little bit of a stretch in this upper pec here, but make sure I'm kind of stepping through first and then kind of rotating my body away, kind of at an angle away from that arm. So we'll do 60 seconds per side, and that is pre-workout mobility. Movement demonstration. So kind of going back over everything that we talked in the intro of the video, is you guys start off your 2-meter run, or whatever volume of distance that you can complete, and definitely a sub 1 minute time frame, somewhere around that 50-second window ideally. So if you need to go down 150 meters or 100 meters, make sure you guys do that. It's going to be a little bit more of a stride out pace on these runs. From there, you're going to move into your 10 push-ups. So obviously, guys, we want to be able to roll through the push-ups relatively quickly while maintaining good positioning. The biggest thing here, guys, is obviously as you guys move through this, is people have a tendency to not go all the way down. So make sure we're in this locked out position. Everything's moving down at the same time, and the chest is clearly making contact to a full locked out position for each time. The thighs should not make contact on the floor as I do this. If needed, guys, make sure you elevate your hands up on a surface, would be like a box or a chair, something to help get that range of motion that I'm looking for, but at the same time, not failing any reps and not having to break up my rep scheme. And then following up with, you have 15 air squats. Once again, make sure you're getting good quality range of motion without cutting any corners, so try to get a little faster time here. So we want to make sure those hips travel back and down, hip crease below the knee, back to a full locked out position. So obviously you guys are going to be moving to kind of move through these quickly. Just make sure that we're still getting that hip crease below and we're squeezing our butt at the top for each rep there. And that's movement demonstration. All right, finishing off this Wednesday with some extra credit and some post-workout mobility. Today you guys have 3 sets. You have 8 goblet squats, but at a tempo of 3, 3, 3, 0. I mean, you're going to do a 3-second lower, a 3-second hold, and a 3-second up with 0 seconds at the top. So we're having to build a lot of motor control as we do this, a lot of isometric holding in the bottom as well, and you have to control that tempo on the way up. So the way it's going to look like here, let's pretend I have a dumbbell here. As a squat, it'll be a 1001, 1002, 1003, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1001, 1002, 1003. Immediately going back down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And I'll complete 8 reps at that tempo, so it's going to be a deep burn as we do this. Make sure you guys adjust the weight as needed. You can even do air squats that way. You'll then move into some leg raises, so we're getting a little core work in here. So on the leg raises, I'm going to lay flat on my back, guys. Hands underneath the butt. From there, I'm going to think about keeping crunched up as I do this. And I'm going to think about being here, bringing the legs straight up, like so. So that lower abdominal region is what's going to be having to do the work here. What we don't want to see as we do this is just kind of rolling backwards like that. I'm not really getting a whole lot of core work here. The biggest thing on this is making sure that we're sending the hips straight into the air and then back down again. And you'll complete 20 reps there. If that's too difficult, guys, just do the same concept, but just with knees bent and still driving myself vertical from there. I'll do 20 reps. Finishing off with, you have a single leg forward fold for some mobility here. So we'll bring that one leg straight, kneeling position, and just falling forward. You guys will camp out there for 90 seconds per side. You're going to do a little TV stretch. So we did a lot of push-ups, kind of working some shoulder extension. We're going to think about bringing the pinkies in close together as best we can and scoot the butt away from the hands. You guys will camp out there for 90 seconds. And you guys will finish off with couch stretch on the wall, and you'll camp out there for 90 seconds per side. And that puts a wrap on the last workout for this Wednesday at home.